you're good too.
Minister Newman.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you vacated your position.
Please don't vacate.
Minister Newman.
It is not by choice, though. Honestly, it's not by choice.
Well, Vickie, once again, I'd like to thank you, the station, the sponsors, and especially our listeners for making a date with us right through the month of April. I have been blessed. I have enjoyed the moments here. I always love coming to Sunny, and because Sunny listeners are the most loyal of radio listeners.
Yay!
No, Vickie, that's true.
Yeah.
I know someone who, even when the station goes off air, you go to the room and the radio is shh, but we leave it there
until we are back on.
Until it comes back. It comes back. So to everyone listening to us, thank you very much. To the sponsors, thank you. To Abigail, who makes it possible, thank you. And for Kojo, thanks for your friendship and your fellowship. Well, since today is the last day, and since it is a Friday, I decided we're going to do something about love relationship. And so today, I'm going to see how much confusion I can cause. And this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to give men the keys to a woman. And then I'll balance it and give women the keys to men.
Okay.
So,
that's fair.
So,
Right.
so that is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it in a way that we would all remember. And so this is for the men. This I'm giving you 6 keys to a woman, unlocking the mystery of this creature called woman. So if you are ready, and to make it easy for us to understand, they come in, I have an acronym for it, and I'm calling it cases. Cases because women love cases. Whether they speak in tongues or not, every woman loves a case. Even those who pretend they don't, they do. Cases. So let's go. The first key is K, and that is knowledge. Knowledge. There's an interesting verse in First Peter that the first time you read it as a man, it puzzles you. Especially in the King James. I'm looking at it in the King James. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7. It says, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. Dwell with them according to knowledge. Meaning your wives. So the first key to a woman is that you've got to have knowledge. Knowledge of geography, not knowledge of algebra. Knowledge of that creature called woman. Because, Vickie, we underestimate the difference between a man and a woman. It is huge. For instance, the way a woman's mind works is so different from the way a man's mind works, to the point that I think we confuse each other. I mean, because of the differences. There is. Let me just give one example, and then I'll move on. There is someone told me a story that his wife came home one day and surprised him with 2 flying ties.
Okay.
And then he said, knowing my wife, if I did not put on the ties immediately, she will make a case.
Okay.
So as soon as it was given, he had come from work. So he said, look, my dear, we'll have to go out with this. I would wear this, so we'll go out this evening. We'll go for dinner. So he goes, hurried, takes a shower, and then wears something, and picks one of the ties and brings it to the hall. The wife is waiting for him in the hall. As soon as he entered, the wife said, "Oh, so you didn't like the other one? And what don't you like about the other one?" And the guy is confused. And the guy, but you brought me two. Were you expecting me to wear both? Now, every boy I told this scenario to will go, as for women, oh, women, so. You see, every woman I told to laughed like you are laughing, but knew and understood a woman perfectly. And so I asked one of them, that, "You understand this?" "Oh, yes, of course." And I said, "So what is going on here?" He said, "It is possible that she was attracted to the other tie, but did not think that bringing him one tie is enough. So just got this other one as a support. You know, so what she really wanted was the one that he didn't wear." And so I said, "So how would the man know?" Because the man wasn't there when she was going through. He said, "Well, that's why it would have been wonderful if after he had worn his shirt, he had come to the hall with the two. And said, 'My dear, which one
would you prefer?
Should I wear?'" Vickie, you know it makes sense to you.
Yeah, absolute sense.
It doesn't make sense to Newman. But that is only one example of the need for knowledge when you are relating to a woman, because the difference between you, the man, and she, the woman, in terms of the way the mind works, the way we process reality, and is very different. So the first thing is that you've got to have knowledge of this creature called woman. Then that brings us to I. Remember, the acronym is KISSES. The I is for intimacy. When you are relating to a woman, you must understand intimacy. Intimacy here means this: being open and being vulnerable with her. Every woman loves openness, or loves her man to be open with her, and also does not want you to always act strong as if nothing moves you. Be vulnerable. She wants to share in your ups and downs and things, and that is what intimacy is. We arrive at it by chatting, by sitting down, talking, spending quality time together, but especially by being open with one another. So that is two keys gone. The first key, knowledge. You must understand this creature called woman. 2, intimacy. Then the next key is that begins with the letter S, and that goes for sweet. Women love you to be sweet with them, sweet with your gestures, sweet with your words, sweet with your actions. It is important to them. They want to see you being sweet, and you've got to try to be. The next key is also another S. It starts with another S, and I spell that spiritual. Spiritual. So the first key, knowledge. The second, intimacy. The third, sweet. And then the fourth, spiritual. Women have a hunger for spirituality. Their hunger for things spiritual is profound. It's much deeper than any man has. So I know that men would make this joke about, the churches are filled with women. Yes, there's a reason why. Women love, so if you are relating to a woman and you are not spiritual and you don't manifest any spirituality, you are starving that woman. And if you are the husband of a woman, you must be her first priest. If you don't become her priest, what will happen is that she will look for a priest who will chop her money. And of course, it is your money that she will go and pledge. The men who say they don't go to church, their wives go to church and pledge huge, and they come and take the money from you. Meanwhile, you could have been her priest. She wants to know you are prayerful, that you know how to pray, you can pray. She wants to know that you are into the word of God, that you live by the word of God, that it sustains you so it can sustain the whole home and things like that. Women love spiritual. They do. So if you are a man and you are relating to a woman and there's no spirituality inside you, you are not quite a complete lover. You can never fulfill her. The next, because we're doing cases, is E, and I'll spell that enchant. Enchant the woman. Women love to be enchanted, and here I'm talking about surprises. I'm talking about thoughtfulness. I'm talking about being creative in the things you do. I love to tell the story. My wife will not enjoy this one, but when I was dating Florence, there was quite a lot of competition around. Who had money and position? I had nothing. I had only my dreams, and so I needed to kill the competition. So what I did was use creativity. So on her birthday, I've told this story here before, I got about 8 boxes of varying sizes. 8 boxes.
Okay.
So that one box can go into the other, go into the other, go into the other, go into the other. The last one is huge, a huge box. And then I took A4 sheet and cut it into 4, each sheet into 4.
Okay.
I used about 8 or 4 or 6 of those sheets.
Okay.
Cut them into 4, put them together, and clipped it. So it became like a booklet.
Okay.
And then wrote, Dear Florence, first page.
Okay.
Second page, I ... Next page, ... Second page. Then love ... She has to open all the 24 pages to get the simple message, I love you. Now, Vickie, this is the thing. Then, so you see, this is a small booklet, okay? So I put it in a very small box, put it in a bigger box, surrounded it with these, the shredded, when you shred paper,
Yeah.
And some of the foam that is used for packaging.
Yeah.
Used it to surround it, put that also into another box, surrounded it, put it in another box, surrounded it, put it in another box, surrounded it until all 8. And then we tied this and draped it with a
wrapper.
With a wrapper.
Okay.
And I gave it to one of my friends. I was working at Snit then.
Okay.
We're all broke men. So I gave it to one of my... We're broke men, but we dress well because part of the uniform was a white shirt, long sleeve, tie. So we look good. No, except that if you are not close to us, you didn't know that bottom on you. Then I gave it to one of my friends. He took a Tizy, a drop-in, to her office.
Okay.
And we timed it in such a way that he got there at the time when they were going on break. So he stands in front of the door of the gate as they are coming out, and then goes, I'm looking for Florence. Now, so here is this gentleman, handsome gentleman, holding this huge box. Huge box, asking for Florence. So, and she wasn't going to go for break, so she was in her room, office, when her colleagues started running to her. Florence, come. So they dragged her to the reception. And here was a guy, a friend of mine, Frank. He's in the UK now. Here was Frank with the huge box. And of course, she knew Frank. So as soon as she saw Frank, she started laughing because she knew that, okay, that must be, but she doesn't know what it is inside.
Okay.
But by this time, her colleagues were more eager to know what was inside the box than she herself was.
Okay.
So she takes it and says, oh, thank you very much. And then Frank takes his leave. And the people decide, no, you must open it now. We want to see what is inside. We want to see what is inside. So they follow her to her office, and then opens the first box. Nothing but foam. But there's another box. Okay. And as they open each smaller box, the excitement gets higher and higher and higher and higher till they get to the last one. Open it, and there's this booklet. Dear Florence. Then several pages later, you. And it became a sensation. For weeks, they were talking about it in that office. She could not get over it. That is what happens. Look, God is so good that he created a woman in such a way that you don't need money to enchant a woman. Another friend of mine, more crazy than I am, on the wife's birthday, takes the wife all the way to Placido. And then goes to, he had gone there to check on the cars. So he knew exactly where. So takes her to a certain place, pulls a card and said, what do you think of this card? I said, oh, it's nice. So, read it. So she opens it, and it's a lovely message for her. She read it. I said, do you like the message? Oh, yeah, I like the message. Okay, now put it back. Let's go. This is what I wanted to tell you. And so, but the card is, so you've read it already. It's okay. Let's go. I was taking them for dinner that day because of her birthday, and right through the dinner, she could not stop laughing. Creative, enchant the woman. It doesn't need money. Just be creative about it. Enchant the woman, because women want to be enchanted. That is what makes, unfortunately, many people misunderstand that one, and they say that a map no, or baby and a woman can't stand kwasia, but a woman wants excitement around her. She wants to be enchanted, so enchant her. And so, kisses, remember that. K for knowledge, I for intimacy, S for sweet, the second S for spirituality, E for enchant her, and then the last S for safety. A woman wants to feel safe with you. She wants to feel safe in this relationship. She wants to feel that you will not betray her. She wants to know that you will not let her down. You will not betray her. You will not disappoint her. She wants to feel safe. She wants to know that when she confides anything in you, it is safe. If she lets you know her weaknesses, you will not use against her. She wants to feel safe with you. Safe not just in the things she tells you, but safe in the way you relate to her, so that you don't threaten her. You don't ever lift your hand and say, hey, if you see what I'll do to you. No, then that kills the safety. A woman wants to be safe. So, for the gentlemen, that is your keys. The 6 keys to a woman. Now, let's quickly go on to the keys to a man. And this is for the attention of the women. Women, these are your keys. And because you talk more than the men do, I have given you 7 keys. The men have 6. You have 7 because you want more. All right. And for the men, I gave them the keys around the word kisses, just so it will stay, because once you understand, women love kisses, you understand. Men like action. So the acronym, the keys to a man is coming in the acronym actions. Actions. So let's go on. A stands for appreciation. Vickie, there are women who complain that, oh, he has changed. Oh, when we started, oh, he was this, but now he has changed. He has changed because he didn't feel appreciated. When we do something we are not appreciated, we stop it. So I bring you breakfast in bed, please appreciate me, applaud me. Otherwise, we need breakfast for bed. That just one can say, who prepare breakfast, and now that bed knows now what I would do with breakfast. But I'm not. Men love to be appreciated. Appreciated. He's dressed well. Appreciate him. Say it. He provides for something. Oh, appreciate him. School fees, he's taking care of it. Let him know. Don't let him know, but it's your duty. Hey, his duty. Bet you one can bet your fees. No, one day, wow. Bet you. Appreciate the man. He gives you a good time in bed. Oh, appreciate him. Even if it is not that good, somehow find a way of celebrating something he did, and then he will do more. Because whatever you celebrate us, whatever you appreciate us for, we do more. Is the key. We'll do more. If you don't appreciate us, we'll do less, and we'll stop doing it. So, A. The next letter is C, and I spelled that for communication. Communicate with a boy. Vickie, I do not understand who told you, or all of you girls, that a man should be able to read your mind. No, I don't know. No, Mr. Newman, is serious? So
Serious matter, this one serious. She's quiet.
we are not mind readers. The poor boy does not read your mind. We don't have it. You want something, say it. You want it in a particular way, say it. And then somehow you corner yourselves with this thing, that this philosophy that, oh, but if I tell you and you do it, then it doesn't count. Hey, if you don't tell me, I won't do it. How would I know? So the question is, do you want me to do it or you don't want me to do it? You know, it's your birthday. You know what you want from me. My dear, your birthday is next week. Look, celebrate me for even remembering that your birthday is next week. And not remembering the year later and say, oh, but last year, your new birthday one. Now you know what you want. My dear, oh, next week is your birthday. What would you want for a present? Well, no. Surprise me. Okay, or whatever, anything. Really? You won't get a gift. Communicate. You are not happy with something I did or said, tell me so. Don't give me this cold treatment. Vickie, who taught you people the cold treatment? I mean, all of you do it. Why? Vickie? Is this something they whisper to you when they are naming you or what? But all women use that too. The cold treatment. It doesn't help. Communicate. Tell me. I came home late and you were not happy with it. Let me know. Not with anger, but you let me know. You missed me. Don't punish me for missing me. Tell me, I missed you. You wanted a call from me. Oh, I look forward to your calls. Tell me, let me know. Communicate with a poor boy. T is for trust. A man needs to trust his woman, because every man is very insecure about his woman. Every man. And so, if you are in a stable relationship and you have a lot of male friends around you, you must understand that you are undermining the relationship, because you are undermining his trust in you. You may say, oh, but there's nothing here. No, they are just my friends. No, I'm a man. I know, yes, I'm around a woman, just a friend. With the more opportunity, near here, whether it will be just a friend. So, confidence building measures in trust. Let's build trust. Build trust with the man. Let the man trust you. Don't hide things from the man. Women do that. They hide things from their men. The day he discovers it, then he goes, what else is this woman hiding from me? The next letter in actions is I, and that is I for independent. You must understand that the boy you are relating to is a man. He lost his independence. He lost his room. He lost space. So no matter how much you are into him and no matter how much he is into you, learn to give him space when he needs it. We don't always want our loved ones around us. Every now and then we want to be left alone. It doesn't mean we don't care anymore or don't love you. It is our alone times that recharges our love for you, so that when we come back, we are able to express our love for you even more. So please, don't make a case. And there are people who say, "Oh, I do everything with my man. As for my husband and I, we do everything together." You are killing him. He will die early. That's if he doesn't kill the marriage before he dies. Give him some space. The boy needs space, and that's why. So remember, he wants to be independent. He doesn't want to feel that you are manipulating him and telling him what to do. He wants to feel independent. So give him that. That's the way God created him. That brings me to the letter O. And I call that, in fact, there are two words that come to mind, but I would give one. Oasis, or odd. I think I'll pick the oasis. A woman's power over her man comes in she creating an oasis for him, a place of comfort, of relaxation, of sustenance, a place where there's no strife for him. So if we are married, let my home be the place, one place I come and there's no stress. Don't stress the boy out. Create an oasis. Oasis being the place in the desert where you can find comfort, where you can find shade, where you can find rest. Create an oasis in this relation. Be his oasis. Life beats us, life tosses us up and down. It is wonderful to know I have this one person with whom I don't have to pretend, I don't have to fight, I don't have to struggle. I can just relax and be at peace. That brings me to the next letter, N. And I call that needed. Needed. A boy needs to feel needed. So find a way of letting your man know he's needed. You women have a way of undermining this need of ours to feel needed. So let me give you an example. Vickie, if you've been guilty of it, just give me a plain face. Don't make any reaction. The gas is finished. Oh, okay. Oh, Kojo, the gas. Oh, yeah. You told me. I know. He goes to work and comes. Kojo, did you buy the gas? Oh, tomorrow. I'll go tomorrow. The next time he comes, the gas is there. Oh, you've communicated that, you could do the gas. All right. Next time, Kojo, the gas is finished. Okay. He's not going to take any action because you don't need me to fill your gas. Kojo, this room needs to be painted. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So you should do it. Yeah, I'll do it. A week later, now Kojo, you say you were going. I said I would do it, la. You give me time. I'll do it. Then, a month later, I come home and there's a painter working. Kachi, what are you doing here? Oh, Madam said I should come and paint. Oh, so she can do it. She just showed me she doesn't need me for this. Vickie, why are you laughing?
Yeah, because what has to be done has to be done. Whether
Never let your man feel that you won't do it. Okay, if you won't do it, I'll do it myself. Because then from that time on, you'll do everything yourself. So you've told him he's not doing it. A bit of a crow comes in there.
How long will that crow go on?
As long as until you get the result. Until you get the result. But a man needs to feel needed. Our older folks knew that. Our grandmothers in particular, they had a way of letting the men around them feel needed, even when they didn't need them. Vickie, you've been to an engagement ceremony before.
Yes, please.
Who was the chairman? Was it not a man?
Yes, it was a man. Yes.
What did he do? Nothing.
Really nothing.
They don't need a man at the engagement ceremony, but they know men need to feel needed. So they go for the bushapenyi and tell him, come and share this for us. Once they put you down there, you don't know anything about what is happening. But every now and then they'll come back to you and make you feel good. Oh, Mr. Chairman, Omodi we never you until with your permission, should we accept it? Oh, of course, accept it. Okay, wait there, Chairman say. But they know you. They make the men feel good. Bear men now. When was the last time you told somebody bear man now? Vickie? What was school? You're educated, so bear man is out of your vocabulary.
No, it's there.
Oh, bear man na yeah.
Menyawanka.
So, and then it makes us feel good. We'll do more of it. But Mama school, you can speak English. And so big English. And then, oh, so what? So what is, if you won't do it, I'll do it myself. You'll do it yourself. The last key for the man, because we're doing actions, is S, and that is for simple. Vickie, women struggle with this. Men are simple. Much simpler than a woman. The problem comes when you impose your sophistication and complexity on our simplicity. Then the not confusion about because, and I've told this story here before, the only exams I failed was an English paper in secondary school Form 1. It's the only time any exam that I remember that I got less than 50. So I come to secondary school. Remember secondary school, I'm coming from Saito. Secondary school, so your mind is like, oh, this is secondary school. First term exams. English. And we had one of the very sophisticated lecturers. He was good. He was a Sierra Leonean. He was good. And he taught us quite a lot of stuff in the first term. Then we go to the exam. So we have prepared. You may turn the paper over. I turn the paper over. Question number 1. What is your name? And I'm sitting there. Where's the catch? What's the catch? What is your name? I said in primary school. This question is too simple for secondary school, and I'm confused. Question number 2. How old are you? How old are you? Class 2. That question I know. Secondary school. So in my mind, I'm not understanding. I'm missing something here. I'm missing something here. Then, what is your favorite food? Questions like that. Simple questions, and I was confused. Because I had come expecting complexity.
Yeah.
That is what happens with women when they deal with men. There's nothing about a woman that is simple. And so, when a man says something, then you go and you begin to, hold on, he said this. What does it mean? Then you call your fellow woman, who is as complicated like you, and say, Abigail, if your husband says this to you, what does it mean? Then she also brings a complexity to this simple issue. And then the two of you now make a masterpiece of confusion. So, the keys to a man: appreciate him. 2, communicate with him. Tell him what you want. 3, trust. Build trust with him. I respect his independence, his space. Give him space from time to time. O, be an oasis for him, a place of comfort, stress-free zone, war-free zone. Let me fight outside, but when I come home, don't let me fight. And let him feel needed. Consult him. That's what it means, consult him. And when you ask him to do something, find a way of making him do it without fighting him. Akrokro works with every man. And S, men are simple. Don't complicate us. So, Vickie, we've done 6 keys. I've given the women, men 6 keys to a woman, and I've given women 7 keys to a man. And with that, I'd like to thank everyone who stayed with us. And Vickie, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. And Stubborn, Minister Newman.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you are also one of my favorites. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Uncle Ebo. A lot of comments coming through. We are live. I forgot to mention that on Facebook at Sunny FM Ghana. Ruby says, "Oh, Uncle Ebo, I thought the S would be for sex."
No, you think we want sex? No, we don't. I know that there's that perception out there that all that a man wants is sex. No. Look, Abigail, after marriage, sometimes sex will not happen if the woman does not ask for it. After marriage. Especially after about 5 years into the marriage. For most, the average marriage, sex will not happen if the woman does not initiate it. So, it is not true.
It's not true. Okay. Nanaya says that's very true. Evelyn, Joyce Okanse emojis. Okay. So Abna Tema says K for knowledge, I for intimacy, S for sweet, E for enchantment, S for safety. Oh, GH
No,
favorite.
the S, she missed one. There are two S's before the enchantment.
Yeah, spirituality. Sorry, I think
Okay.
I missed it.
Okay.
And then so it's K for knowledge, I for intimacy, S for sweet, S for spirituality, E for enchantment, S for safety. Oh, Ghana's favorite uncle, you are just so full of wisdom. Uncle, we love you. But what does a woman do when she's found herself with a man who is not any of these? It's hard, oh, uncle.
Any of which one?
Any of the...
Which one? Any of which one?
I mean, any of these qualities. I mean,
No, I haven't given qualities. I've just told you the keys to making a man
happy or something.
serve you.
Okay.
And the keys to making a woman also relate to you. Make a success of your relationship with a man. Make a success of your relationship with a woman. I didn't talk about qualities.
Okay, so maybe what she's trying to find out is, what if I don't see any of these things?
You see, you can understand. I don't understand.
No, for example, I mean, okay, let me just go on. I'm not helping. So Wendy says, good morning, Sunny FM, Sunny TV, and Uncle Ebo. We expect the man to know.
Yes.
You are our superheroes, so we expect all the correct things
Yeah.
from you.
And then
But-
you cry yourself to sleep every night because we don't know, and you think we should know.
But for me, I'm learning every day that the man is also learning how to handle and take care of a woman,
Yes.
his wife, children, and other relationships around him. So we get it. we will help for it to work out the way God expects us to. Thank you, Uncle. I wonder why we do it sometimes. Okay. Yini says, hey, hey, oh, hey, can you imagine? Yini says, really, Rebecca says, hey, so if he's delaying for a whole year, we should crow him for a whole year.
No, you wouldn't have to do a whole year.
Just to get the thing done.
Oh, he would do it. He would do. He wants to do it all. He wants to do it. Trust me. He wants to do it. A little motivation would work. So find it. Women are intelligent. Mercifully, women are intelligent enough to know how to do it. And you see, if the thing is really important to you, you find a way of doing it.
Yeah.
It is when at a certain time I think but look, Vickie, if you want something really, really from your husband, you know how to do it. Obey your cry, he wouldn't even know why.
Eli says, some women of today have or are becoming a people who want our men to take us as we are, but we are not tolerant of who the men are. We see their characteristics as shortcomings that have to be changed.
Of course.
Great insight. God bless you, Uncle. Is coming in from Isaac Nomo. Wendy says, hey, Uncle, did you say simple? God will help us women. Oh. Men say that they are analytical, but is that simple? Okay, I get it. We actually see it simple, but unique, Uncle. Abena says, appreciate C communication, but Uncle, our men don't listen. Oasis needed, but Uncle is get very stressful when they behave in this way. I mean, like when they are needed, you said we should make them feel needed. Our men see no agency in anything. Everything at their time, which more often than not happens to be the wrong time. Asemu, and this is from Abena. Uncle, me, my husband, and I really need a counseling session with you, Pa. God bless you, Uncle. Emmanuel.
Trust me, your husband won't come.
Emmanuel Jomo says, I'm loving the wise counsel. Thank you, Uncle Ebo. Joyce says, blessings always. Carlos Otu says, can we get a recorded session of this? Yes, you can always drop us an email, 0540-130-684, and we'll send it to you. Matilda Tiemo says, I'm loving this wisdom. God bless you, Uncle Ebo. God bless you, Pa. Abna says, hey, Uncle. Millicent says, this action doesn't work for some men.
Oh, it always works.
This one says, I'm with you, Vickie. I'm sure it's about the wasting of the time. No? Yeah. This one says, but why will he drag his feet? I know a man who did not pay the children's fees for a while. The wife waited, but after the children stayed home a while, like a whole term, and the fees were still not coming, she started paying. How much longer should she have waited?
I'm sure there was an issue there beyond the school fees. And communication would have brought it out. It isn't about the school fees. There was something else.
There was something more. Okay.
There's something else.
These messages are from WhatsApp. Uncle, but why won't you guys do it early? Sometimes you prompt them in good time, but they will not do it. Imagine you need the gas to cook for the kids for school. Please help us understand the delay, because it's something very, very frustrating. Good morning. It is. Good morning. Please, I'm watching Uncle Ebo on Sunny TV, but there's no sound. Oh. We'll work on that. Uncle Ebo, we don't take your time and advice for granted. You may not be the only person with such experiences, but you chose to avail yourself and serve us. We are very grateful, Uncle. I pray these nuggets reflect in our lives. Thank you, Uncle. And Sunny FM is coming in from Claudia. This one says, please, Uncle, if you give him a space, won't he get into another woman?
The man who will get into another woman, even if you give him close marking, he will still go into the other woman. So no, give him the space. He will come back to you.
Okay, this one says, good morning. I wanted to know what to do if the man does not come around when you need him to do something after all the pampering you give him. At times, as time is passing by while things are getting out of hand?
No, what do you need him to do? What do you need him to do? Because there's a complaint I find men, a lot of men give, that they try to help their women with something, and then from that day, it became their chore. But they had gone in just to help. And then soon, it becomes their responsibility. And so a lot of men won't do anything at all. But women are, Vickie, the point is that women are intelligent enough to know how to make these things work. Because you've made it work in some cases when you needed it. And this one you don't need to say about this one. The way a woman will put her hands around you and even call your name and melt you when she really needs it. You know?
But Uncle, it doesn't always work. I think that's what.
Oh, it works. It works. A friend of mine gets home one day, crazy boy, gets home and the wife meets him at the door. He said, "My wife never does that." Gives me a hug. "Oh, my dear, you are welcome home." And he stands there and said, "My dear, how much is it?" How much? And I said, "You said that?" So of course I knew. Fast. How much do you need?
Agnes, I'll fill it in for you. The other S, I think the other S is sweet. So it's knowledge.
So the first S in cases sweet, spiritual. Then the last one safety.
Is safety, yes. Okay.
And then for the man, the S is simple.
This one from Yao says, invaluable tips, so deep. God bless you, Uncle. Uncle, this need for men, dear, does it mean they should be delaying always? We women like to do things on time, oh, but I love all your teachings. Thanks. This one says, I have taken my notes. Thanks, Uncle. Wow, messages are a lot. Good morning, Vickie. Please, can you quickly run through the 6 keys for women again? My name is Eunice. Or please, if you can have it, the recording. Okay, so for women, the kisses: K for knowledge, I for intimacy, S for sweet, S for spirituality, E for enchantment or enchant, and S for safety. I hope that one, but I would send it to you right after we are done. Okay, kisses. Okay, yeah. So Uncle Ebo, okay, there's more here. Joseph Aloti says, this is super from Uncle. Both parties need to take lessons from this to make relationships work better. God bless you. Please, the number again if I need the recording: 0540 130 684. This one says, guys are not expressive. How do you know they need space?
Come again.
Guys are not always expressive. How do you know they need space? This is in relation to independence. You mentioned that.
Oh, you know. You know the guy needs space. That's that. Like the guy is sitting down, then you come, a penny for your thoughts. What are you thinking? What are you? Talk to me. Talk to me.
This one says, Uncle Ebo, my husband hardly takes my side in public when there's an issue. Recently, we went somewhere and then an argument set in between a lady and that to her lying to my husband and me. As I tried to let the woman know she's lying, my husband told me in front of them that it is okay, and I felt very embarrassed. I need your advice. Good morning, Sunny FM.
Yeah, so don't argue when he's around. Don't argue when he's around, or when you leave, explain to him. He may not have done it. He may have done it just because he wanted to create peace, and he also didn't want to be seen as following you blindly. So on the way, just let me understand, my dear, I kept quiet because you asked me to keep quiet. But these are the issues. Explain to him. He would understand. Next time, because the issue will come up in another way. When it comes, you will remember what you... But so you even talk about it, and you are giving him cold treatment, so he will repeat it. communicate with him. Talk with the boy.
Okay. Vickie, please ask Uncle if there is any couple program this year.
Any what?
Any couple, a program for couples this year.
For now, no, but I'm sure Sunny will do something. Sunny will do something and get Ajaman to host, to MC it.
Okay.
And then he will tell me not to call him salad at the event.
Okay, and this one is in relation to the letter trust, or the word trust. It says, they don't share either, so why do we have to share?
You see the tit for tat? All I'll say is
Yes, because you said don't hide things from men,
yes.
But they don't share, so why do we have to share? That's a question.
That's what I was saying.
Uncle, you also said that they needed us to create a place of comfort and relaxation for them. How about they doing same for us?
They will if you create it for them. Men are reactionary, and so what you create, they would. Let me put it this way: women have the resources to create the kind of man they want in their lives. You have the skill, you have the intelligence. Use it. Use it.
All right, and this one, this is a final one, I think. Please, I need Uncle Ebo's number.
It is not available. It is not available.
The rest are all requesting for the recording. Please just send us a message or give us a call, or send your email address to us, and once the editing is done, we will make it available to you. Thank you so much, Uncle Ebo.
You're welcome, and thank you for a memorable month.
Thank you, and thank you for yesterday's breakfast. We had a great time.
Well,
we enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah, mention it.
It is the IMdrive Sunny 2.7. That's how we wrap up for From the Ashes, brought to you by Secure Pale and Zesta Tea. Many of you are asking for just